The very first Big Run took place on December 10th, 2022, and was over before we knew it. What's next for Big Run? What's going to potentially change? Where is it going to take place? And when is it going to happen? I'm going to explore all of these questions in this video. This is LED of LED Games. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Big Run was very much new to the Splatoon series, and also, by the way, was very much real. It was a limited time event that took place over the weekend of December 10th, and during Big Run, Salmonids left their usual spawning grounds of, Ruiner's Bay, Gone Fission Hydro Plant, and Sakai Station to instead invade Wahoo World, which has strictly been used for things like turf war and anarchy battle. So this was obviously a problem. The Salmonids were closing in on Splatsville, and it was up to all of us to defend Splatsville from the Salmonids and King Cohozuna, and we needed to drive them out while also collecting as many eggs as possible for our beloved Mr. Grizz. Of course, it was ultimately to save Wahoo World. Right? Right, Mr. Grizz? Yeah, of course. This was the first and was very much typed about in the community. It was a completely different mode of gameplay that we didn't know much about at the time, and therefore it garnered a lot of attention, and not to mention it kind of became a bit of a meme. So did it live up to that hype? Well, I had a ton of fun. That weekend was a lot of fun, and I absolutely loved the music, the atmosphere, and I think that Big Run ultimately did a really good job of introducing people to Salmon Run. Anarchy battles and turf war definitely seemed to take center stage in Splatoon, so it was really great to see Salmon Run get some much needed love. And you know what? I don't even care. I love my green statue. And for those who got a better statue or a nicer looking statue, good on you, you deserve it. In fact, let's put my beautiful green statue in my locker right now. There we go. So what do I want to see change about Big Run? Well, the number one thing that I want to see for both Salmon Run and Big Run is I want the ability to watch back my games. Why is this not a thing? Why? The machine is literally in the training area. Why can I not watch my games back? Please, Nintendo. This needs to happen. It is a necessity. It doesn't seem that hard to implement. Why is it not already in the game? Aside from that, I'm generally happy with Big Run as a concept, and I just want to see it continue. And I really don't think that we're going to see a lot of changes to the formula until the next Splatoon game. So what's going to potentially change in Splatoon 3 when it comes to Big Run? Well, I want to speculate on some of those potential changes, and primarily, I want to kind of have fun with guessing where it could potentially take place next and when that could happen. First, I very much believe that Big Run would only take place in a map that has an outdoor setting. So that rules out Undertow Spillway, Hammerhead Bridge, and makomart. Although I think it would be really cool to see them invading the bridge. In practice though, it kind of sounds like a nightmare, and Hammerhead Bridge is just way too narrow for Big Run or Salmon Run for that matter, so that leaves us with 10 different options for potential Big Run maps, and this includes the 2 new maps that were released during chill season, and it excludes Wahoo World since we just had Big Run there, and I would really hope that they don't just repeat Big Run at Wahoo World. So let's go through each of these different map options and see if they would be a good fit for future Big Runs and when the next one could potentially happen. Scorch Gorge. I think that Scorch Gorge is a very beautiful map. I think that it would lend itself very well to Big Run. As far as gameplay goes, do I think that they would actually invade Scorch Gorge? No. And I'll tell you why, is because this is supposed to be a mode where they are attacking Splatsville. And for Scorch Gorge, it's kind of like the remote area of Splatsville. It's supposed to be very intimidating. I don't think that the idea of them invading Scorch Gorge matches the whole kind of Godzilla vibes that they're going for. I just don't see the pressure being applied. I'm gonna say that this is an unlikely map to be included for Big Run. Eel Tail Alley. I like this map. I think that the setting would lend itself well to Big Run, but with that being said, I don't think that this would be a top choice. I don't. I think it's a little too commonplace for it to be the setting stage of such a big, important event for the game. And so for that reason, I'm gonna say it would be nice, but probably won't happen. Hagglefish Market. I think that this would actually be a really great stage for Big Run. It just has everything that you could want. It still goes about that celebratory vibes. Something about Hagglefish Market just seems like a good place for the invasion to take place. I see the vision. And so do I think it is the most likely though? I don't think it's the most likely, but I think it would be likely. I could see that. I could definitely see that happening. Mincemeat Metalworks. I'm just gonna cut to the chase and just say no, I don't think that Big Run would happen at Mincemeat Metalworks. I just don't think that the stage is fantastical enough for Big Run, nor do I feel the pressure. The whole point of Big Run is like for them to be invading places that I care about, and I don't necessarily think that I care about Mincemeat Metalworks like that. Museum de Alfonsino. I see this happening. I see the vision. I actually see this kind of like in between most likely and likely, but I definitely see this happening. This would be an amazing Big Run stage. Like honestly, I think this would be so much fun. I would want to see what they would do with the stage, how it would change. I think it would be amazing. However, even more likely in my opinion would be Mahi Mahi. I'm just gonna go out and just say it, is that I think that Mahi Mahi is 100% the top choice for the next Big Run. I see the vision. It just seems like such a beautiful location for the Salmonids to want to go and have a vacation, and then we try to ruin their vacation by stealing all their eggs. Who's the real villain? But anyway, Mahi Mahi would be an amazing place for Big Run, and I think it is in the top choice because you know why? I also see during a summer release, they're like, oh, Big Run is happening in the summer and it is at Mahi Mahi. I just see the stars aligning. It just seems perfect. I'm calling it right now. That would be amazing. Inkblot Academy. Inkblot Academy would be likely, but here's the thing, is that it's a school. It's a school, and I can just imagine people being like, I don't care if Big Run happens at my school, just take it already. So anyway, I think it would be a cool location for Big Run, but whether or not I think it would be that kind of like same pressure that you would feel in the community about like, oh, they're gonna take Inkblot Academy, I don't think that it would happen. If anything, I think it's actually probably not going to happen, but I still think it would be cool enough to include it in likely. Sturgeon Shipyard. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to Sturgeon Shipyard because again, we want Big Run to take place in highly populated areas, and the Sturgeon Shipyard, while I really like the map, I don't see it happening for Big Run. I just don't. Flounderheights. The last two maps are kind of hard actually because I could see Big Run happening at Flounderheights. There's a lot of pressure involved as far as, you know, where it is in the world. Just imagine this invasion taking place at Flounderheights of all places. It seems like a good location. I would feel the pressure. I actually would. I imagine Flounderheights with like all the red and just how ominous it would be. It would be really freaking cool. Whether I think it's the top, I don't know, but I'm gonna actually put it above Hagglefish Market. I think it would be really cool if it happened there. Yeah. And the last one, Brinewater Springs. I think that it would be super cool if it happened at Brinewater Springs. I love this map. I think it's amazing, and as I said in my original video on Big Run, I think that in all reality, Big Run is just the Salmonids trying to go on vacation, and where else would they want to go on vacation but Brinewater Springs? Maybe Mahi Mahi Resort. And so for that reason, I'm gonna put Brinewater Springs after the museum because again, it's a new map. And whether or not I think that a new map would be included for Big Run is up for debate, but I think it would be a really amazing location for Big Run. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm right? Do you have your own ideas about the next Big Run? Let me know in the comments below, and actually I'm going to include this tier list that I just made in the description, so be sure to check that out, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!